and I probably should have checked the pronunciation during the break here. Actor Dominic Monaghan.
Monaghan,
sorry. I'm sorry. He loves wild things. He dealt with them in Lord of the Rings and on Lost. He's taking his unusual relationship to animals onto BBC America on a show called Wild Things with Dominic Monaghan.
It's got everything from giant anacondas to very unique beetles. He loves them all. I was able to talk to him about the new season. I've heard you do a few interviews about this show, and you get like this, you get this new energy, this new passion, and a big smile on your face. Wild Things. You're having fun with this, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. You know, I have a really, really enjoyable life that I'm conscious of on a daily basis. You know, I was able to turn something that I'm super passionate about into a TV show that allows me to travel the world and have fantastic experiences and hopefully change the way people feel about animals. So it hits so many different things for me, you know. I mean, it's fun for me, it's enjoyable, it allows me to travel, but also, you know, it's hopefully changing people's ideas about some of these animals too.
And I want to talk about that in just a second, but I want to ask, I mean, I like animals, but like I'm like a lowercase animal lover. You're like a bold underlined animal lover. Like I have my limits. You seem to have no limits when it comes to finding out about your friends.
Yeah, I don't really have a huge amount of limits. I think if you're going to do this show and stick your neck out, you need to be someone that, you know, walks the walk, and I definitely do that. I mean, I work with some truly terrifying animals that have the ability to be very powerful and scary and can, you know, ruin your day, if not your life.
Yeah.
And that is intimidating, but you can't approach those situations with fear, because then you're going to make the wrong decisions and the animal's going to feel insecure. And also the experience itself, for me, is so profound that any level of trepidation or worry that you may have gets you know, diminished by the fact that I'm hanging out with this beautiful snake or this beautiful spider or this amazing looking creature, you know, so I'm okay with it.
All right, well, yeah, no, I feel you. I'm all about the power of positive thinking, but when you wrestle a giant anaconda or you encounter a giant spitting cobra that can kill 20 men with one bite, or you get charged by a 6-ton elephant, how do you harness that fear and turn it into happiness?
I'm a relatively positive person normally, so it's not that hard for me to find positivity in those places. I also have a phrase that's been in my head since I was relatively young, which is that adversity is an opportunity, you know. So I always feel like if I'm in that situation, you can use it however you want. It could be negative, it could be positive, and I generally use it to be positive, you know. You have to have your head switched on, but I like that feeling. I like living in that adrenalized place where you can feel your heartbeat throughout your entire body, and you know at any given point that you have to concentrate, you have to bring your A game, otherwise you can be in some real trouble. I enjoy pressure, you know, I'm an actor. I would much rather do a performance than a dress rehearsal in front of a bunch of people. So with these animals, when it cracks off and it gets scary, that's the zone that I enjoy. That's the place that I feel comfortable in.
And Frank, your cameraman, he's got the same thoughts going through his head? I mean, it would have to. You guys are in it together.
He's not quite as enthusiastic about some of the moments that we find ourselves in. There's a lot of times at the end of the scene where he's like, I can't believe you did that to me. I can't believe you did that. You know, he almost genuinely gets killed by an elephant this year, which at the time was not in any way a fun experience. It was something that we did not predict. After it, you know, it turns into one of those moments in your life that you'll talk about for the rest of your life. It's a very exciting show, and the crew have to kind of know that a day can change on a dime very quickly.
Last question for you, and we don't have too much time left, but at the beginning of the interview you said you wanted to change people's ideals about some of these animals. What do you mean by that?
Well, I'd like people to feel differently, to take a second look at some of these animals that a lot of people are scared of. You know, on a daily basis on Twitter, people will now tell me, I feel differently now about the spider that I share space in my bathroom with, or I feel differently about the bee that I saw in this plant. And if I can do that to people, if I can connect them a little closer to animals, to their world, you can, you know, really start to learn about your world on a much deeper level, and I think that's really, really important.
All right, this is my mom voice. Be careful, okay?
Jennifer, I am always careful.
And
hey, it's on 10 o'clock, right? 10 o'clock in where you guys are.
Yes, that's right.
Rochester.
And take care of Frank, okay?
I always do.
Thanks for your time.
Bye.
Okay.
Jennifer.
I'm going to make everyone call me Jennifer from
Jenny.
now on. I love
Jennifer.
that. Jennifer.